सो वेलकम स्टूडेंट्स। इस क्वेश्चन में आपको दिया है z is 1 minus t times z1 plus tz2 where t is a parameter which lies between 0 and 1 and z1 and z2 are two given complex numbers. ठीक है, z1 and z2 are two given complex numbers and z is 1 minus t times z1 plus tz2. ऐसा है तो you're given four options. So which of these options are right? That's the question. So first let us try to analyze this condition. Okay. So what is the meaning of this condition? So z is equal to, if I expand this, z1 minus tz1 plus tz2 हो जाए, that is equal to, so that implies z is equal to z1 plus t times z2 minus z1, and this implies z minus z1 is equal to some t times z2 minus z1. So what is the meaning of this? The vector going from z1 to z is in the same direction as the vector going from z1 to z2. Okay, and this number is in between 0 and 1, so this is positive, so directions भी आपको match हो रहे, ठीक है, and this number is always less than this number, ठीक है. इसका मतलब है, so if you draw the organ plane, so if you take z1 to be somewhere here and z2 to be somewhere here, so what is the vector z2 minus z1? This is a vector going from z1 to z2. So if you take this vector, okay, this is z2 minus z1 is represented by this vector. Now z has to be a complex number such that z1 से z को join किया तो वो भी उसी direction में होना चाहिए. So z1 को z से join किया तो if z is on the same line, if z lies on the same line, अब z1 को z से join किया तो you get this vector. So I can write this vector as some real number times this vector, and my t is in between 0 and 1. So ये वाला वेक्टर का मैग्नीट्यूड जो है वो इस वेक्टर से हर बार छोटा होगा. So that means z cannot go beyond z2. So z has to lie in between z1 and z2 such that this condition is valid. So इस condition का meaning is nothing but z lies on the line segment joining z1 and z2. So effectively the geometrical meaning of this expression, geometric meaning of this equation is nothing but z lies in between on the line segment joining z1 and z2. Okay? So now let us see which options are valid if this condition is valid. So mod of z minus z1, that is nothing but distance between z and z1, plus mod z minus z2, distance between z and z2, is equal to mod of z1 minus z2. सही, this distance plus this distance is equal to this distance, क्योंकि these two are collinear, these three are collinear. So option A is right. Next, option B देखिए, argument of z minus z1, इसका मतलब z1 से z को जाने वाला जो वेक्टर है, argument of z minus z2, z2 से z जाने वाला एक वेक्टर है, तो उल्टा वेक्टर होगा z2 से z1 जाने वाला. सो बोल रहे हैं कि इसका आर्ग्यूमेंट इज सेम एज इसका आर्ग्यूमेंट, तो गलत है, क्योंकि इसका आर्ग्यूमेंट अगर पॉजिटिव है तो इसका आर्ग्यूमेंट तो नेगेटिव होगा. समझ रहे? सो दीज टू आर नॉट न्यूमेरिकली सेम, आर्ग्यूमेंट्स दोनों का न्यूमेरिकली सेम नहीं होगा, ठीक है, क्योंकि एक वेक्टर इस तरफ से उस तरफ जा रहे हैं, द सेकंड वेक्टर इज गोइंग फ्रॉम दैट साइड z2 टू z, दीज आर इन द ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शंस. इसका मतलब दोनों का सम जो है वो जीरो होगा. सो दिस इज रॉन्ग. So what is the fourth option? Third option का एनालाइज करेंगे. Fourth option is argument of z minus z1 is same as argument of z2 minus z1. So आप देख सकते हैं z minus z1 is in the same direction as z2 minus z1. So argument of z minus z1 is same as argument of z2 minus z1. ये भी सही है, ठीक है. So what is the meaning of this third option? So mod of z minus z1 into z2 minus z1 whole bar plus z minus z1 bar into z2 minus z1 is equal to 0. So this is nothing but the equation of the line joining z1 and z2. This is the equation of the line joining Z1 and Z2, where Z is any point on this line. So we have seen that Z1 and Z2 are collinear. So Z lies on the line joining Z1 and Z2. So this option is also right. So आप इसके लिए थोड़ा सा straight line equation and complex numbers उस topic को थोड़ा सा पढ़ना पड़ेगा, ठीक? So अगर if you want me to derive this, you can also derive this. So आपको Z minus Z1 into Z2 minus Z1 का whole bar minus A into D minus Z minus Z1 whole bar into Z2 minus Z1 is equal to 0, the meaning of this equation. So this implies Z minus Z1 into Z2 minus Z1 का whole bar is equal to Z minus Z1 का whole bar into Z2 minus Z1. So आप क्या कर सकते हैं? So what I do is Z minus Z1 by Z minus Z1 का bar, ठीक है? I'll take it into this side. So Z minus Z1 by Z minus Z1 का whole bar is equal to Z2 minus Z1 by Z2 minus Z1 का whole bar, ठीक है? So that is equal to, that implies, so what is Z minus Z1 by Z minus Z1 whole bar? So Z minus Z1 और Z minus Z bar minus Z1 bar का, सही, Z minus Z1 bar, so ये दोनों का mod तो same होगा. So if argument of Z minus Z1 is theta, Z minus Z1 by Z minus Z1 bar is nothing but e power 2i theta, where theta is the argument of Z minus Z1, is equal to the argument of, so argument of Z2 minus Z1 को मैं alpha मानता हूं. So let alpha be the argument of Z2 minus Z1. So what will this become? Z2 minus Z1 by Z2 minus Z1 bar, mod तो cancel हो जाएगा. So argument ये वाला e power I alpha है, तो ये वाला e power minus I alpha होगा. So e power 2i alpha. This implies theta is equal to alpha. So what is the meaning of this equation? Argument of Z minus Z1 is same as argument of Z2 minus Z1. The meaning of this mod, this delta is equal to 0, this determinant is equal to 0, is same as the fourth option. Theta is equal to alpha का मतलब है argument of Z minus Z1 is equal to argument of Z2 minus Z1. So option C is also right. So आपको A, C, D, all the three options are right.